So we're going to start our Pilates session, as always, just checking in with some posture. All right, so you want to stand on your mat with your feet hip distance apart and spread your toes. Whilst you're there, you want to then engage your thighs and you want to engage through your core. So pelvic floor engagement and deep abdominal engagement, okay? And then that breath, if we take the hands to the lower ribs, and just take some breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. So just take a few moments just to connect that breathing into your rib cage, okay? So a lateral thoracic breath. And as you're doing that, just start to rock back and forth on your toes and your heels, okay? Release the hands and then just start to swing those arms up on the in-breath and come back down on the out-breath. So we want to keep the neck nice and long, shoulder blades soft down the back, rising up onto your toes nice and slow, and coming back down through the heels. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to start bending those knees. So as you come down, send the hips back. In breath, reach. So you can grow taller as you reach. Go a little bit deeper into your squats, depending on how that feels for you. Pull the abdominals deep in. And next time you come to the top, let's hold it at the top. Feeling that stretch through the calves. And then as you come down, just turn to your right. Sweep those arms around. Take an in-breath and then sweep the arms around. So you might want to soften those knees as you circle around. And just articulate the spine. And just gradually increase that range. In-breath at the top. And exhale, sweep around. And let's do one more. And then just come down with those hands. Take the shoulders back and round. So just loosen off the shoulders a little bit. And then step the feet out. Okay, so we've got the toes in and the heels out. And you're just in a comfortable position, reaching out, twisting on the in-breath, and exhale to reach down. Come up, in-breath, twist, and exhale, reach. So use that breath just to guide you as to what range you're going to get to. And remember that back hand, reach that away. So rotate through the shoulder there, draw the shoulder in towards the spine. And we'll do one more of those. Okay, and then shuffle the feet a little bit wider again. Okay. Now soften the knees and just go side to side. So just working a little bit into those adductors, inner thighs. And then come to the center and just track your hands down. Feel that stretch through the back of the body. And place the right hand down on the floor and take the left hand up to the ceiling. And open up. And then change. And reach up. And then tuck and then roll back up. Okay, good. So come back to hip distance apart and we'll just do a little bit of balancing challenge. So if you stand on your mat and you just take one leg up, and you just hold that position. And then you come back down. And then take the other leg up. And then just hold in that position. And then come back down. So let's do that again. So we reach up. And then come back down. And reach it up. And then come back down. Let's do that once again. This time hold it up there. And then take the hand to the knee. And just draw the leg out to the side. Stretch the other hand away. And look to the opposite hand if you want an extra bit of challenge there. Come back. And then coming up. Hand to knee. Draw the leg out. And maybe look to the outstretched hand. Okay, good. And then just shake out the legs a little bit. So from here, we're going to come to the back of your mat. And we're just going to do a roll down. Okay, so that roll down means we're going to be working through the spine, from the neck, from the shoulders, from the upper back, and roll down through your spine. And just feel that stretch into the back of the body. Well, when you're down there, just sweep the arms side, okay, either side of the legs. So loosening off the shoulders, soften the knees where you need. And release and scoop the belly and roll back up. So restart the spine, your head's going to be the last thing to come up. So we go again, chin comes to chest, roll down through your spine. And then start bending those knees. So just bend one knee and lift the opposite sit bones up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to bend your right leg. Okay, and we'll take the left arm up and reach up. And then bend your left leg and then reach up on the right. Coming back and roll back up again. This time, rise onto your toes as you reach your arms up. Stretch up to the ceiling again, and once again, as you come down through the heels, tuck your chin to your chest and roll over an imaginary barrel. Try not to let your hips stick out. We're going to walk those hands to the front of your mat. Take the hands and spread the fingers and lift the hips and the heels and start pedaling your heels up and down. So we're in a downward dog position. So first chance to load those shoulders a little bit and to start to lengthen out through the back of the body. So you're drawing your abdominals in and you're sending the weight back, pushing the floor away. So on an in-breath, come to high heel downward facing dog, and then on the out-breath, try to stretch your heels down. And on the in-breath, lift up. And on the out-breath, stretch down. And on the in-breath, stretch up. And on the out-breath, stretch down. So we're going to shift the weight forwards now, so we come to a high plank. All right, so you should just be able to shift that weight, taking the head over the hands, having the shoulders, the chest aligned, pushing the floor away. And then we're going to come back to your down dog. Draw your belly in. Hips are high. Anytime this feels too much, just come to the floor. Come back to high plank. And take some breath. Okay, from here, we're going to twist round, keep the right hand down, and reach up. So in this position, in your side plank, if you need to, take your knee to the floor. Okay, from here, sweep the left arm under. In breath up, and exhale, sweep under. You can do this with the knee on the floor or the knee off the floor. You get more range with the knee off the floor, but you just do what feels comfortable for you. And then we'll do one more of those. In breath up, exhale, sweep, and then we'll push back into down dog. If that feels too much, come down to your knees and take a breather in child's posture. Okay. So when you're ready, you're back to down dog if you're not there already. And you shift the weight forwards to high plank. Draw the abdominals in, push the floor away. So as if someone's pressing down between your shoulder blades, thighs are on. Turn to keep the left hand down. Inhale up and exhale, sweep. Inhale up. Remember to take the knee down if you need it. In breath up and exhale, sweep. Trying to get as much rotation through your thoracic spine as you can. Keep it switched on through your center. Last one, and either push up to down dog or take some breath again in child's posture. So you're back to your down dog if you're not there already, taking some breath, and then once again we kind of come to this high plank. So we're going to push the floor away, draw the abdominals in, and we're just going to lift the left hand to tap the right shoulder, and we're going to come down, and we're going to lift the right hand to tap the left shoulder. You can do this on your knees if you need. Keep your body steady. Try to stay as still as you can. Tapping shoulders, loading, stabilizing, core engaged. And then push back down dog. And then come down to your knees and stretch it back into child's posture. And just take some breath there. Okay, so we're going to come up to hands under shoulders and knees under hips. So if those wrists are starting to feel it, you might want to roll your mat up and you'll have less extension at the wrist there. Spread the fingers. Okay, draw the abdominals in. We'll just do a little bit of work to mobilize into the hips. So we're going to take your right leg back, stretch away. We're going to then lift the knee up to the side, and then we're going to draw it back in, and then reach away. So we're just circling around, but doing it nice and slow and controlled. Okay, keeping the body still. Reaching away, draw the knee to the side, draw it back in. We're going to change direction. So this time, tuck first, out to the side, reach away. So you get that full range into the hip joint there. Stay with your breath. And then come down. So stretch it back into child's posture. Take some breath there. So we'll just come up to a high kneeling position just to take the weight off of the wrists for a moment. All right, and we'll just do a little bit of work into the thighs here and obviously core engagement. Reach the arms away and then go back to thigh stretch and then come up. Go back to your thigh stretch, coming up. So we want to keep the hips pushing forwards. We want to keep the neck long. We want to breathe out as you go back and in as you come up. And let's do one more of those. And then bring those hands back down. Hands on the shoulders, knees under hips. Okay, abs pulled in. So we can take the left leg back, reach it away. Then lift the knee up to the side, wrap it back round. So we're just isolating into the hip joint there. Try to keep the rest of the body nice and steady. Breathe. Trying to get as big a range as you can, but maintaining that stillness in your body. So I'm going to change direction. So this time we'll tuck, side, and back. Keep everything switched on. Try to get full range into the hip joint there. Stretch the leg away. So we're trying to do this with as steadiness in the rest of the body as we can. And then last one. And then come back and take the knees a little bit wider if you can as you stretch back into child's posture. Again, that should feel opening into the hips there. Breathing nice and deep. Okay, so from here, we're just going to come round onto a side lying position and have your elbow under your shoulder. So if you need to, again, roll the mat up so that your elbow is comfortable. Okay, and then from here, we're going to lift the waist up. All right, and we're going to lift the top leg, and we're going to reach the arm up. Okay, so from here, all I want you to do is just to tap the foot and then lift the leg. If you don't like the arm up, place it on your hip. But if the arm's up, it helps you just remember that you're stretching for the ceiling and pulling your belly in. Okay, trying to lift this lower waist. Breathe out as you lift and in as you come back. And release. And then just swing around to sitting tall. So you can either sit with the legs out or sit with the legs on the mat. So we're going to sit nice and tall. Draw the belly in, draw the toes towards, send the backs of the knees down and into the floor if you can. Reach the hands forwards, tuck the chin, and we'll just do a spine stretch here. Reaching down as far as you can for your feet if you can, or your legs, and then pull on those feet or legs. Pull the belly in, send the tailbone back, and breathe. And as you come up, reach up, grow tall. Now we're going to do a spine twist. So we reach out to the side and stretch the fingertips away and follow that back hand. We come back to the top, inhale. And then we go the other way and twist. And then come back, inhale, sit tall. And then split those hands and reach them apart, trying to get as much rotation through the mid-spine, in breath at the top. And then reach. We come back, inhale. And then split. And come back, inhale. Grow tall. And then twist. Reach. That wingspan. In breath top. And twist. And one more. And reach. Bring the hands forwards again, tuck the chin, scoop the belly and spine stretch, reaching forwards and then down, reaching for your legs or your feet. Pull to open up the back. And roll up. Okay, so we're going to come to that other side, elbow under shoulder. Okay. Bending the lower leg. And we lift up. So we lift the waist up, we pull, and we reach. We lift the top leg on the out breath, and in breath back. So you want to keep your neck aligned with your spine. So just look where it feels good for you. Focus on keeping steadiness in the body. And remember every now and again to reach a little higher to the ceiling and help you pull your belly in and lift this lower waist up. Keep everything switched on. Think about the length in that leg that's lifting, like it's reaching away. You're breathing out as you lift, and in as you come back. And then one more. And then come down. Okay, so we're going to sit around and we're going to stretch the legs out wide now. So you're going to take those legs as wide as is a challenge for you. Okay, place the hands down. Take a nice deep in breath, and on the out breath, reach forward. On the in breath, come back. So with every breath, we'll try to get a little bit more range. Come back, inhale. And exhale forward. Come back, inhale. And exhale forward. And last time, inhale. And exhale forward. And then just come up. Okay, from here, we're going to reach out. So we did this standing. So we do the seated saw. So draw the chest open, stretch the fingertips. On the in-breath, twist. And on the out-breath, reach. On the in-breath, twist. And on the out-breath, reach. And as you reach, remember, turn the palm of the back hand. Try to reach for the outside of the leg or the foot with the out-breath. You in-breath twist, and you out-breath, you reach. You're trying to keep the toes towards you and the heels away from you. We'll do one more on each side. And release. Bring the feet back, do a little shake out. We're going to go back onto our side. This time we're going to have a go at lifting the bottom leg off the floor. Okay, so we're going to raise the arm up, then we're going to try and lift this leg up. And we're going to try and just tapping and reaching, tapping and reaching, tapping and reaching, tapping and reaching. Next time, hold it. Then bring the hand down and reach. And then come down. Sweep around. We'll do the other side. It's tough. Well, I find it tough. Anyway, yeah. Again, this is just really working into the oblique side of the abdominal wall. So we lift up, reach the hand up. Okay, lift that lower leg. All right, tap, inhale, exhale, tap. This just gives us something to do more than anything. Next one, hold it out in front. And come down. All right. Get some breath. You can always do that one if you've got like a chair or sofa. Yeah, we won't do it now, but you can put your foot up. All right, and you can really get a little bit more lift there, obviously. Yeah. Good work into the obliques. So we're going to come to lying down on the floor. Okay. So just draw the feet in, but not really tight. So you've got a natural curve in this lumbar spine. You can just check that out. Feet at hip distance. Take your first two fingers onto your hip bones. Get your thumbs under. Have your chin tucked. Length through your neck. Take a nice deep in breath as you arch your spine a little bit more. And on the out breath, imprint your spine. In breath, arch. And exhale, imprint. So we're going through your pelvic tilt here. So engagement through pelvic floor, deep abdominals. In breath, arch. Exhale, imprint. Stay with your breath. And then release. Now just place the hands on the floor. Okay, so make sure those toes are spread, pelvic floor is engaged, deep abdominals. From here, in breath, arch, exhale, imprint, and now peel the hips up and off the floor. So we're just coming up to a pelvic curl. So we want to feel like we're squeezing through the inner thigh. Take an in breath there. And then scoop the belly, draw the belly in and roll back down on the out breath. In breath, arch. Exhale, imprint. And peel your spine up and off the floor. Take an in breath at the top. Scoop the belly. And roll back down. Make sure those feet are steady. In breath, arch. Exhale, imprint. Peel your spine up and off the floor. In breath, arch. Exhale, imprint. And coming back down. So one more time, and then we're going to stay up there. So we stay up and we lift. Squeeze the inner thighs. Lift the arms up and over your head. So try not to flare up through your rib cage as you draw the hands up and over. Can you get the hands to the floor? Take an in-breath and an exhale down. So we can try to do one breath all the way up. Keep the hips lifted and exhale down. So you're trying to maintain a real steadiness in the body here. In breath up and over and exhale down. Keep the inner thighs squeezing. So this next time we come down, let's start bringing the hips down. Let's start bringing the head up and look through, and then just start pumping your arms up and down. So we're going to get those arms going roughly about this sort of pace. We're curled up and breathing. We're looking through. We're keeping the knees steady. We're keeping the collarbones wide. And we're staying with our same breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Anytime this feels too much, rest or take a hand behind the head. Keep curled up and raise your right leg to knee fold position. Okay? If you can, otherwise just keep the feet down. Breathe. And place that foot down to the other leg up. And breathe. So the knee is above the hips and the shin is parallel to the floor. I'm going to try both legs up if that feels okay. Keep curled up a little bit more. Keep pumping those arms. Keep reaching. Okay, strong work from your shoulders. Try stretching your right leg out. Stay with your breath. Swap legs. Right leg is above the hips. Left leg is long. Curled up. Remember to rest where you need. Try both legs if you can. Breathe. Lower the legs a little bit if you can. Now for extra challenge, reach the hands behind and hold, and then kick the legs up and down. So keep curled up, keep reaching those fingers away. Keep your belly pulled in. Three, two, and hug those knees in. Okay, take your head side to side. And just take a bit of breath there. And breathe. Reach those arms out to the side. All right, we'll just take your knees to the right and just look over your left shoulder. Try and keep the shoulders down. Come back. And over to the left and look to your right. Just hip rolls. Come back. Now bring the hands up, palms facing, shoulders down into the floor. So we're going to do hip roll to the right, but keep the hands as they are. So just make sure you're doing this under control. And really go as far as you can without losing control. Come back to the center. And then over to the other side. Keep looking straight up. Come back to the center. And then over to the right. That's not my back, by the way. That's the floor, if you can hear it. Coming back. And then the other side. Coming back, and one more time with control to the right. And then to the left. And then hug those knees in. So just take some breath and stretch your left leg long. Push the heel away. Draw the right knee in as tight as you can. Okay. Stretch the left leg long like you're standing on it. Try and reach the right leg up to the ceiling and place your hands on the floor. Now circle that right leg round and then come back. Circle it around and then come back. Inhale at the top. So we're trying to make sure that this left leg is steady. So maybe you could place the hand on the hip or on the thigh. If you're not liking that with the left leg long, you could bend that knee. We're going to change direction with the right foot. Keeping that left leg still, either in flexion or extension. And then release and hug both knees into the chest. Take some breath. So from here, just curl your head up. Stretch this left leg long off the floor. Okay, take the right leg up now and pull in. Reach away with the left leg as you pull in, trying to get your nose and your knee together and change. So we're doing a hamstring pull here. Trying to keep the body nice and steady. Trying to stay curled up. Reaching away. Trying to get as much range into those legs as you can. 3, 2, hug your knees in. And take your head side to side, release your neck. And now you just stretch your right leg long on the floor and push the heel away. Draw the left knee in for that deep hip flexion. Place the hands on the floor. Try stretching that left leg up to the ceiling. And then circle around. You can gradually increase that range, but don't sacrifice the right leg and it's maintaining that stillness. You can always put the hand on the right hip, on the right side of the pelvis there. Breathe, in breath at the top, and exhale, sweep around. If you're not comfortable with the right leg straight, bend the knee. But try to keep it still. Change direction with your left leg. Breathe in at the center. Sweep around. Keep the right leg still. And then draw those knees in. And just take some breath there. Curl your head up and just reach for your feet, your ankles, okay? And tuck in. On the in-breath, reach those arms away. Now hold it there, and as we did earlier, kick the legs up and down. Reach the fingers away. If that's feeling too much with the arm, take the hands behind the head. Otherwise, stretch. Keep your belly pulled in, okay? And speed up those kicks if you can. It's too much for the legs long, bend the knees, tap out. Yeah, hands behind the head where you need. Three, 2, and 1. And hug it in. And take some breath. Then just place those feet on the floor now. So your feet are hip distance apart. And you place your hands on the floor and you open your chest. Bring your heels in a little bit tighter, okay? Tuck your tailbone under, imprint and peel up. So come up, now draw the feet in a little bit tighter and lift the hips. Squeeze the inner thighs. Reach your hands towards your feet, okay? So if you've made it to your feet, maybe you could reach for your ankles. If you've not made it to your feet, interlace your fingers. So try to lift the hips a little more, squeeze the inner thighs like you're holding something between your knees, and stretch out through the front of your body. And open up through the chest and the shoulders. And then slowly come back down to the floor and hug your knees in. And from here, rolling up. Okay. So from here, let's just swing round to come to hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Okay. So from here, we're going to take it into a cat stretch. So draw the abdominals in. Look up on the in-breath and send the tailbone away. On the out-breath, tuck the tailbone and rounding your back. On the in-breath, tailbone away, look up. And on the out-breath, tuck. Really tuck the tailbone, separate the shoulder blades, and one more time, in-breath. And exhale, tuck. And then come back to a neutral spine position. So from here, just tuck your toes under and just hover your knees off the floor. Hold that position. And then we're just going to sweep over to your left a little bit. And then sweep to your right. Probably find those feet are going to start working their way back. And then come down again. Take the knees wide. Stretch it back out into child's posture. Take some breath. And then from here, just resting onto your forearms. Send the feet back wide to the outside of the mat. Pull the abdominals in. And then from here, just saw your body back and forth. So you're coming over the hands and sending the heels back. Keeping the hips same height. Hold it there. If you can, tap the knees down lightly, one at a time. If that's too much, bring the knees to the floor. Stretch one leg away. And then hold it or rest. Keep the left leg strong and lift the right leg. Come back down. Remember, you can do this with one knee on the floor. Okay, you lift the leg. Come back down. Lift the other leg. Come back down. Lift the leg. Come back down and lift. And then see if we can hold. Draw the abs in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come down to your knees and stretch it back. Come up to your knees, step your right leg forward. And just sink down, just into a bit of a hip flexor stretch there. Breathe. If it feels okay, release the hands and reach up, lift the chest. If it feels okay, stretch back a little further, sink the hips. And now straighten the front leg and reach forwards. Take the hands down the leg or to the floor. And breathe. And release. Bring that knee back, step your left foot forwards. Sink down, taking the back knee away further than the hips. Reach the hands up. If that feels okay, lift the chest. Sink down a little bit deeper. Reach up a little higher. Straighten your front leg. Take the hands to the floor or down your leg. Push the heel away. Breathe. Release. Come back to those knees. In this position, just take your hands interlaced behind your back and just stretch out. Lift the arms up if you can. Stretch the chest and the shoulder. And release. Hands on the floor, tuck the toes, and just slowly roll yourself up. Restack that spine until you stand in tall. Coming back to where we began. All right, so we're going to stand with the feet hip distance. And let's just raise the right arm up in here. And on the out breath, stretch over. And then change, reach up. And reach over. And then come back. And then just take the hands onto the lower ribs as we did at the beginning. Close the eyes if you want. And just breathe. So recentering yourself and bringing the heart rate back down. And then just soften the knees, release the hands, and just twist side to side, nice and loose. A little bit of rotation. And shake it out. Okay, we'll finish there.